What?
Actually, I worked on it last night. I think you got to finish high. I think I was going down with it.
Well, you hit below the equator on that one, so it floated.
Below the equator?
Yeah.
Where do I want to hit it?
The way you're hitting, you want to hit it right at the equator.
That's too much push. It doesn't bite.
Well, you're not slicing. You're hitting a side spin / flat shot there.
Well, I kind of like it.
Well, I would too. Those with no spin on it, it doesn't slow down, and it's going to go pretty deep. But that's
you're talking about doing something like this.
Well, low balls are tough on a forehand slice. That's a little bit of slice, mostly side spin. But if you're talking about doing what Hank Ream's doing,
No, I'm not talking about doing that. I want to drive.
you want a flat ball or do you want a topspin ball?
I want to be able. I want to be able to understand. If I can understand what I'm doing and where I'm hitting the ball, I want to be able to hit it flat, topspin, or slice. But this is. I mean, if you can stand here and do this, this is effortless.
Can you do it on the run?
I don't know.
Run over there to the doubles alley and come back for the next one. Well, these are also really slow balls coming at you, so.
No, I understand that. We'll speed.
Well, I mean, to me, I think your problem might just be that easy balls are fine, but when there's a lot of pace on it, the one thing you're doing is stepping with your right foot. Are you doing that intentionally? Your right foot's in front.
I hadn't really thought about it.
Whoa.
I shouldn't be doing it.
Well, I mean, it looks like a girl throwing a ball. I mean,
I don't want to look like a girl.
well, you better make some changes then. Well, the most basic thing in tennis is turning in your shoulders when you hit every shot. And if your right foot's in front, that's going to work against having your shoulders turned.
Wait a minute. Are you saying I should do it or I shouldn't?
You should have your shoulders turned, and if your right foot is in front, you ain't going to have your shoulders turned maximally.
So you should.
You don't want to be stepping forward with your right foot. Nobody does that. I've never seen anybody other than a girl do that. Donna does it, son, like when she has to run a little forward for a ball, she wants to keep her left foot on base. There you go. You can turn your shoulders more. Turning your shoulders is the very first thing for any shot. Serve, overhead.
Now let me ask you this. Should I be snapping down?
Depends on what you want to do. Do you want to hit slice? Slice is going to slow the ball down, but it'll also make it bounce slower and give you a drive and trajectory. That's fine.
This is slice.
That's a side spin slice. There's a whole range. I don't see anything wrong with that. But I've also never seen you use that stroke in a match. Not in a singles match. I watched you play a couple and it was like your forehand just would not function.
Yeah.
I don't know how you duplicate that scenario to find out how to fix it because I don't remember exactly what you were doing, but it didn't look like a tennis stroke. It just looked like oh, I know what it was. You would get to the ball and stop. You had no follow through. It was like you totally feared that the ball was going to go out if you didn't follow through. Which suggests to me that you were open in the face. Or it's just the fear that comes playing in a tournament.
That's a little bit flat.
Well, that's also went wrong.
So, but in terms of where I'm supposed to be hitting the ball, under your scenario, there's nothing wrong with it.
What you're doing right now is absolutely perfect other than step with your right foot again there. I think that's laziness to make it so you don't have to work so hard to get back into position.
That may be.
But the path of your hand and your racket face for a forehand, and the reason you missed that one is the racket head never got below below the ball. So low ball, racket head has to get below the ball, and like a lot of folks, once you try to drop the racket head below the ball, it tends to open the face as you came through. Keep the racket head low and the face closed, and then start ripping as hard as you want. You cannot miss the ball. There. That's a way to get out of the choke thing in a tournament match too. Exaggerate how close the face is, how low you drop the racket head, and then just swing, snap up with your wrist as hard as you want to. You cannot make it miss. And that's pretty much, I think, what pros do and why they can get it so far. And you still never worry about it going wrong if they have the contact outside.
Yeah, they swing at it. I mean,
Well, but there's a trick to it. It's just a trick.
well, that's what I don't understand. That's what
Well, now you do. Another thing is that they also, on their forward swing, there's a very long period of time while the base of their racket is pointing at the target.
like that.
Well, no, you actually stop pointing sooner than what they did. You did it that time. Now that was right. That was what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I mean. Go ahead, keep it. Put it on pause. Let me show you the little part of it later. Works with the number.
Robust, so it'll work on forehand and backhand both. You got a window pane. Like a 2 window panes that you're going to racket face. It runs, sits on the ground, bottom of the pane, pretty much right at the base. So right where you see, maybe even a little behind. Leans forward. You lean various.
Chain leans forward. So you got a
Chain leans
chain.
forward.
It's like
Yeah.
okay,
But it's the only width between it is just wide enough for your racket to be in.
oh, so it's a whooping.
Two panes. You're swinging between those panes. Think of one pane. And what you're trying to do is to keep your string bed lying against that pane. And as what you just showed me there, you go like here, you break the pane. But what the pros do, I'm convinced, is that it's also actually supposed to be here.
Right. Yeah.
This way, kind of almost behind them on a low ball like this. Just across here, when it hits that paint, and on a real high ball, I can cross this way.
Right.
But
I
there's
get
still,
that.
but there's still,
Come across different.
and that's, and
But it's sidestep on the side.
it's both. Yes, you're actually there. It's not totally there, although it might be if it's way out front, way up close to get a particular drive. But the close stays here, but rather than this angle. But the only way you can do that is to keep your wrist laid back as you go across. And a lot of people, and women especially, undo the layback. That Sharapova does this a lot. I don't know how much, but totally does. I don't know. Although she does have the reverse forehand where that stays. It stays pretty vertical or slightly closed. But the old style with the Eastern grip, what they would do, they would get like this. And it'll work if your contact point is exactly right. You'll get some top spin swinging low to high, but you're not basically dropping it down with your wrist like this with a semi-western grip. It's easier to do. And Bruce Gordon, Brian Gordon told me, I thought that you really needed to do a loop in order to get the racket to there. He said, no, if you just started here, he said, if you snap forward and let loosen up the grip, it'll still lag behind.
Yeah, it does.
And he talks about if you do it right, you actually are hitting yourself in the thigh here, or you can break your fingers doing it. I saw him do it, and it was incredible. For me, he said what the advantage, problem is there is one to include getting the rhythm. For me, cross down here on the windscreen. Up on the highway. Way more out front than you're from. What's better now? You get this high backhand top spin way better than you used to. I mean, you still don't know what it's off. Way out front. But it's also got the angle perfect, timing perfect, the distance in front of him. Acceleration is just massive. So, keep your string, laid back and the string facing the target as long as you